Imagine it's the year 2035. You're sitting somewhere quiet, maybe scrolling through your phone, maybe just thinking, and suddenly it hits you. Back in 2025, there was a moment, a window, where everything was changing. New technologies were rising, new ways to make money were everywhere, investing had never been easier, and you saw it. You knew something big was happening, but you didn't act. And now, a decade later, you're watching other people live the life you once imagined for yourself. Financial freedom, time freedom, options. And you're stuck wondering, why didn't I take it seriously? And the crazy part is, this isn't some imaginary scenario. It's already happening right now. By the way, I'm Gigi, and in this video, I'm going to break down what might be the last major wealth-building opportunity of this decade, and why most people, around 90%, are going to completely miss it. Let's start with a hard truth. Big wealth opportunities don't come with loud announcements. They don't show up with a sign that says, "This is your chance." Instead, they look uncertain, confusing, even risky at first. That's why most people ignore them. Think about it. There was a time when people laughed at buying stocks online. There was a time when investing in tech companies felt like gambling. Even something like Bitcoin, which people now talk about constantly, was once dismissed as useless. The pattern is always the same. Early on, it feels uncomfortable, and by the time it feels safe, the opportunity is mostly gone. Most people miss these moments for a few simple reasons. First, they're too focused on short-term survival, bills, rent, daily expenses. It feels like there's no room to think about long-term wealth. Second, they're afraid of making the wrong move. Losing money feels worse than missing out on gains, so they choose to do nothing. Third, there's just too much information. Everyone online is shouting different advice. Invest here, don't invest there. And instead of taking action, people freeze. And finally, they wait. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect moment. But the truth is, that moment never comes. Now here's where things get interesting. What makes this decade different, what makes right now so important, is the scale of change happening all at once. We're not just talking about one industry growing, we're talking about a complete shift in how money is made, how businesses operate, and how individuals build wealth. Artificial intelligence is transforming jobs faster than anything we've seen before. Entire industries are being reshaped. Some jobs are disappearing, but new opportunities are being created just as quickly. The people who learn how to use these tools, who adapt early, are positioning themselves to earn more, grow faster, and invest more. At the same time, access to investing has completely changed. Years ago, you needed a lot of money, connections, or knowledge to even get started. Today, anyone with a phone can begin investing in global markets. Index funds, ETFs, simple long-term strategies, these are no longer secrets. They're available to everyone. And yet, most people still don't take advantage of them. Then there's the rise of the digital economy. Right now, someone sitting in their bedroom can build a side income, learn a high-income skill, or even start a business online. This wasn't possible at this scale before. You're no longer limited by geography. You're not stuck with just one source of income. The tools are there, the access is there. The only question is, will you actually use them? And here's the biggest misconception I need to clear up. This last wealth opportunity isn't one single thing. It's not one stock, one crypto, or one magic investment. That's what most people get wrong. They chase trends hoping for a shortcut. But real wealth in this decade is being built through a combination of simple, repeatable actions. It starts with consistent investing, not guessing, not gambling, just consistently putting money into solid, long-term assets like index funds. Let's say someone invests $500 a month. It doesn't sound life-changing at first, but over years with compounding, that grows into something powerful. Now combine that with increasing your income. Maybe you learn a skill that brings in an extra $1,000 a month. That's more money to invest, more fuel for the system. Over time, this creates a compounding effect that most people underestimate. And that's where control comes in. Because once you understand this system, it stops feeling random. You're no longer hoping to get lucky. You have a plan. You know what to do every month, every year. You know how to grow. If you're serious about not being part of that 90% who missed this opportunity, make sure you're subscribed, because this is exactly the kind of mindset and strategy we talk about here. Now, let's make this practical. Imagine someone earning around $3,000 a month. Not rich, not struggling, just average. The first step is simple. Understand where the money is going. Most people leak money without realizing it. Subscriptions, impulse spending, small habits that add up. Fixing that alone can free up a few $100s a month. Next, build a small emergency fund. This isn't about getting rich, it's about stability. Because without stability, every unexpected expense pushes you backward. Then comes investing. Start simple, no overthinking, just consistent contributions into something like an index fund. At the same time, focus on increasing income. Learn something valuable. It could be digital skills, freelancing, anything that the market pays for. Even a small increase in income changes everything when you invest the difference. And then, the hardest part, consistency. Doing this not for a week, not for a month, but for years. That's where the real transformation happens. But here's the reality. Even after hearing all of this, most people still won't do it, and that's why 90% will miss this opportunity. Some will start but quit when it feels slow. Some will panic when markets drop and pull their money out at the worst time. Others will jump from trend to trend, chasing quick wins instead of building a system. And many will simply delay. I'll start next month. I'll start when I earn more. I'll start when things feel stable. But those excuses quietly steal years. Take a second and be honest with yourself. Which category do you fall into? Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about money, it's about mindset. Wealth isn't built by people who think like consumers, it's built by people who think like investors, people who are willing to delay gratification, people who understand that small, consistent actions lead to massive long-term results. Instead of asking, what can I buy today, they ask, what can I build for tomorrow? Instead of chasing instant pleasure, they focus on long-term freedom. And if you're still watching this, chances are you're already thinking differently. So let me ask you something. Are you actually going to act on it? Comment, I'm in, if you're ready to take this seriously. Not just watch, not just learn, but actually do something about it. Because we're going to end where we started. Fast forward again to 2035. Two versions of you exist. One who ignored this moment, stayed comfortable, and ended up in the same cycle. And another who took action, maybe small at first, maybe imperfect, but consistent. That version built something. That version has options, freedom, control. Both versions started from the same place. The only difference was action. The opportunity is here, right now, quiet, unnoticed by most people, and it won't wait forever. The question is, which version of you are you going to become?